Hello. Hello. Ooh, that is a male, actually. That is a male. Shit, and he's looking at me. I come in peace. That is a male, man. Ooh, that's a bull. Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So another off-the-cuff little hike today on the coast here in the South Hams, south coast of England. Just over there we have Burgh Island. You can see in the distance there, Burgh Island. Now that's a tidal island. Once again, you can get over to it by foot when the tide's out, or when the tide's in. You get this little, you can't see it, there's a little kind of sea, they call it a seahorse or something, and it takes you across. It's like a vehicle that can get across there with big wheels and stuff. But anyways, the tide's come in, so we can't get over there by foot right now, and it's proper busy. It's Sunday today, which again, not very well planned, guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take a little walk along the coast a little bit this way. So vamos. There we go. There's Burgh Island from a little different perspective. Yeah, it's a shame the tide's out, man. It's a real shame that the tide's in, sorry, I should say, because we could walk over there, but like I said before, we can come another time. Anyways, we're going to head this way, folks. Let's go. Not going to pry too much, but look at the house on the right, man. What a beautiful, beautiful view that house has got, eh? Whew. My days. Once again, folks. How the other half live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this part of the UK is very very wealthy, I'd say. Oof, people. Look at this. Not for the faint of heart. Concentrate, guy. Don't want to cause yourself a mischief now. Okay, literally within a couple of minutes we've got another beach, another little place called Challaborogh. I think I've been there before, folks. Do you know what? I've seen so much of this coast and didn't take much note of where I was, you know. I was just cruising around, and it looks quite familiar again now. But that's Challaborogh Beach. Could be called Challaborogh Bay. Beautiful part of the coastline, man. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, like I say, we're going to see how far we get today. I'm on a time schedule with the old car park, because like I said, oh my days, folks, this is real close to the edge. Can you see that? I didn't realise how close this is. Shit. Anyway, I'm trying to concentrate. I don't know if I've come down the right path here, because maybe I've gone wrong here, folks. Let me just, oh no, we're going back up, we're going back up, we're going back up. Whew, that was a bit sketchy, that, man. Wasn't expecting that. I've actually forgotten what I was just talking about. Anyway, let's continue up this way. Let's get to a bit of safety, and then yeah, Challaborogh Bay or beach. Oh, chilly, folks. This isn't a very well trodden path, as you can see. I just hope this gate is open here. It doesn't lead to anywhere. I've just come to a dead end, folks. I've got to go all the way back, all the way back. I've clearly taken the wrong turn in somewhere, and I know pretty much where it was. It was where that house was. I was getting distracted by that beautiful house. Anyway, let's head on back. So this is where I went wrong, folks, at T-junction. I went left, should have gone right. Keep your eyes on the road, guy. There we go. Challaborogh, half a mile. Oh yeah. Not too far, folks, not too far. Anyway, vamos. These guys know where they're going. Lucky some of us do, eh? So we're just walking down the path. There we go. from a different perspective. Anyways. Many people enjoying the water down there. Like I said, it's Sunday today. Very busy day here in the UK. Anyways, we're just cruising along. I can see the path going up the other side of the beach there, some steps. So we're going to be on beyond there. See what's beyond that other little nib there. Like the headland, should I say. So here we are, ground zero. Nice little bar here at the front. The cafe, yeah, I've definitely been here before, 100%. Busy, busy. Sunday, Sunday. Anyway, we're going up the cliffs. So this place is pretty much just caravans. There's not many houses here really. See up on the hill there? Full of caravans, static caravans, you know, so it's almost like the town is a static caravan town. There's a caravan place there called Sandcastle. I'm guessing it's a hi mate, yeah, there you go, Challaborogh holiday park. I'm guessing people do live here also. Yeah, huge place for the caravans, folks. Anyway, wow. We have a tractor. Nice views, folks, nice views. So we're just above the beach here now. Burgh Island, tide well in. We're heading it that way. I mean, we'll see, hopefully we'll get a little bit further and we'll see a few more little coves. Governed by the time for parking, folks. I only booked myself in for 2 hours there. I didn't think I was gonna walk this far, to be honest, but you know me, you know me. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go as far as we can here, and then after I'm gonna drive around to another little place called Kingston, which is gonna be somewhere over there, and you can walk, basically do a nice little loop, apparently, according to my friend Ian, who I met up with breakfast with today, funnily enough. So if you're watching, hello Ian, thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, so you go from a little place called Kingston and you head to another little village, which I can't remember the name of now, I'll put it on the screen, and there's a nice little pub there apparently called the Journey's End, which is where we will end the journey, funnily enough. So we might have a little shandy there, and then yes, what a pleasant day for it, folks, what a pleasant day for it. Anyways, let's crack on, get as far as we can here now, and then head back to start part 2 of this little adventure. Whew. Beautiful. There's a little cove down there called Ringmore Cove. I can just see some people down there. And it continues, man. We're a little short on time, folks, but we're, like I say, we're going to be starting another hike just from over there and walking this way. I don't know if we're going to hit the coast on that walk. I think it might be an inland walk, to be honest with you, but let's just have a look and see if we can see Ringmore Cove from a little better. There we go. Let me just zoom in for you, folks. Okay, just let me zoom in. There we go. There's Ringmore Cove, or Ringmore Cove. I'm not quite sure how to say it actually, just by the spelling, but beautiful. And what you can do is you can walk from the beach back to a little town there called Ringmore, which is where we're going to be walking in a bit, folks. We're going to be walking to there, to where the journey's end is. So what we're going to do, we're going to head back to the car now. Sorry, the sun's probably in your face there, isn't it? We're going to head back to the car now, and then we're going to tackle this from the other way and end up in Ringmore, which is just there, if that made sense. Well, folks, after looking on the map, I can do a loop. It's going to take me a lot longer. We could go back the same way, but I have got time. I've got an hour to go into Ringmore. We won't go to the journey's end because we're going to save that till last. We'll just touch into Ringmore, and then we'll head back into Challaborogh. I think the name of that little town was before, and then from there we go back to Bigbury-On-Sea. So instead of going the same way back, let's go and do a loop, folks. It's going to be a bit rushed, but vamos, let's go. So yeah, I can see the path runs along there, straight through. I guess that's where we're going, and that'll be Ringmore right there. We do love an unexpected little adventure, don't we, folks? Hey, yes! It's a pretty steep decline, peeps. Bit of a steep decline. Anyway, back on ground zero. Amer Beach, Amer Cove. Here we go, Ringmore village, half a mile. Not too bad. I don't think it's going to take us an hour if I get a little bit of a sprint on every now and again. Anyway, here we go. Well, this is welcomed, a bit of shade. Anyways, we're in between the cove that we've just been to and Ringmore. Nicely shaded indeed. So we'll head back to Bigbury-On-Sea. I don't think we'll go to Burgh Island today. I'll come back another day for that. We'll have a little mooch around there. Lovely little pub there called the Pickle something Inn. I'll put it on the screen. We need to go and visit. Anyway, that isn't for today, but we still have much to do in the time frame we have. So let's go, vamos. Nice little bench there. Look at that. Look at that view, man. Look at that view. Amer Bay, Amer Cove. Fields. Looking spectacular. I think I might just sit down here, folks, for 5 minutes. Gather my thoughts and gather my breath. Bear with me. Well, folks, here's the sign to the pub, Journey's End, 13th century free house. Sounds very interesting, very tempting right now, but I don't want to get stuck there, folks. We're going to leave it till the end. The path we need to take is this way, back to Challaborogh. Sticking to my guns, folks, we ain't visiting the old Journey's End until the end. No, it's not being done. So there was the option just back there to head back towards the coastal path, so you can nip back onto the coastal path. But we want to do the full loop, folks. I don't want to come back on myself at any point. So this is the little road that takes us down to Challaborogh. And then from there, we might have to nip over the coastal path bit that we did before, just to finish off. If I can avoid it, I will. I don't think it can be avoided though. Let's see. Anyway, folks, welcome to the narrow streets of the South Hams. Whoop. So here we are, just coming into Challaborogh. As you might be able to see me behind there, there's some nice old cottages. The old captain's house right there as well. So yes, some beautiful, beautiful houses here also, not just caravans, folks. Well, that wasn't as fun coming back up, folks. A little out of breath. Fitness levels dropping, guy. Burgh Island. Back where the fun began. Anyway, folks, let's go back to the car. I'm going to treat myself to a little ice cream at the end of this little section of the trip, and then maybe at the pub we'll get some lunch as well, because it is getting up to lunchtime. Anyway, Burgh Island. We will be seeing you next time. Sorry, I nearly twisted my ankle there. I'm not watching where I'm going, folks. Anyway, we will be seeing Burgh Island again. So we went for the white chocolate, mango and coconut Magnum, folks. A new Magnum flavour, and it is delicious. It's very refreshing. Anyway, when I bought this, there was about 5 people in front of me, and they all pay by card, of course. That's the way the world is going right now. Everyone's paying by card. So I paid for cash for this. And when I whipped out the £5 note, the woman behind the counter was like, "Ooh, cash." Like she'd never seen it for decades, you know. It's mad. Keep cash going, people. Cash is king. We need to keep it going. So if you're a big card user, just have a little think about using some cash every now and again. Might just keep it in motion, do you know what I mean? Anyway, we're going to move on in a minute. And by the way, folks, that hike only took me 35 minutes, so I shaved 25 minutes off Google's timing, which is I'm quite happy with that. Anyway, let's trundle back to the car now. Ice cream was beautiful, man, really nice. Anyway, vamos. Well, here we are, Kingston. Just spoke to a lovely local guy who kind of pointed me in the right direction of the trail we're supposed to be taking. My friend did describe it to me, but when you come here, it's a different thing. We didn't quite go over exactly which way to go, so we're going to see how it goes, folks. But apparently, we head this way. We go down a road to the left. We'll see a house to our left. It looks like we're walking through their orchard, apparently. Follow the path, and yeah, the rest is history, so to speak. Anyway, let's see how we go. Vamos. The guy just said the Traveller's Rest, or the Journey's End, sorry. The Journey's End pub, he said it might be closed. Oh, I hope not, because I really want to see that. It's kind of the whole point of the journey, and we could have gone earlier. I'll be kicking myself if it's closed now. Anyway, let's see. Apparently we go up here and down the hill to the left, I think. Didn't take me long to go wrong, folks. I should have taken a left here. I just walked past it by about 5 minutes, and then I saw a nice couple and asked them, and they said, "Oh, you've gone past the turning." Aye. Anyway, we're back on track, folks. This is definitely the way. Oh man, look at this little spot. There's some real traditional houses around here, folks. We are in traditional town, that is for sure. Now, apparently there's going to be a path somewhere down here. That's the last house. Let's have a look what it says. Well, apparently we can go that way. Public footpath to Ringmore, there we go. Bridleway footpath, Ringmore. I think that'll be the one. Yes, because they said it's like you're walking through an orchard, like their orchard. So you're walking through the gardens. Look at this, man. Oh my days. Maybe that is the way. Okay, so I was not expecting this. This is a bit like it does feel like you're walking through someone else's garden, and that's what that guy said. It seems like you're walking through their place. Yes. Some beautiful ponds, man. Big weeping willow. Oh man. Lovely little bridge onto an island there. What a bloody lovely, unexpected little surprise. Anyway, which way does the path go? This way. Oh, well, this is promising. It's a proper path. But let's see, where does it lead us? That's the bloody thing. Is it leading us in the right direction? It looks like it leads this way to me, so let's go and have a look. We need to be going in that direction though, so I'm hoping it does this at some point. So yes, I see the sign there. You won't see it. Arrow pointing this way. Exactly what I wanted it to do, because Ringmore is there somewhere. Whoop. These signs are always welcoming, absolutely, because it means you're on the right path. on the proper road now. There we go. Must be this way. Gotta be said, some of these signs are a little worse for wear. I think that says Ringmore. I think. That way. Oh, there we go. That way. Let's go. Nice, beautiful, beautiful landscapes walking through, folks. Some beautiful farmland, which is always nice to see. So the only thing I don't particularly like about these walks through farmland is the fact that most of the time you have to walk around the whole perimeter of the field to get from one point to another instead of a direct route. You know, you can't go through the field, so to speak. You have to go around the edge, and that can take a long time, folks. The field I've just walked around here, I could have been over there in half the time if I was just allowed to walk across. And there's a guy that I follow, I forget his name actually, on YouTube. He lives in Norway, and he talks about having the free roaming law, where they can pretty much walk anywhere freely apart from people's gardens and the obvious places, do you know what I mean? But compared to us here, we don't realise how governed we are by paths, you know, footpaths, where we could get from, like I say, I could have got from point A to B here now. I can see where I need to go, just down here. I could have just gone straight across here like this, but I've had to go right round. Anyway, it's all good exercise, I suppose. But you stop moaning, guy. Look at the beautiful day you were having. Hey, listen to the silence. Apart from them crows over there. Shut it. Anyway, this way, look, there's the sign. To be fair, there's a little bit of everything on this hike. We've got woodland again here now. We've had a nice little bit of village to begin. We've had farmers' fields. What else have we had? Ponds, orchards, all sorts of stuff, which is always welcome on a hike. But yeah, we've stumbled into the jungle again for a bit. Very pleasant. Very quiet. So we've just come out into a little paddock here, a little field. In the distance here, it looks like we've got 3 rather large cows or bulls. Let's have a look. They look like bulls to me. I hope not. If they are, I hope they're friendly, because I don't want to have to turn back now, folks. Do you know what I mean? That would just be ridiculous. Anyway, let's see how we go. Well, these 2 up here are cows, which is a good thing. I hope this one is too. Yes, 3 cows. And there's another great big one in the middle of the path, just beyond the trees where we can't quite see yet, but I can see him. I can check him out, or her, hopefully her. Hello. Hello. Ooh, that is a male, actually. That is a male. Shit, and he's looking at me. I come in peace. That is a male, man. Ooh, that's a bull. Crikey Moses. What about this fella here? Please be a female. Yes, she is a female. Please be a nice female. I come in peace. Yeah. Anyway. Another welcoming little arrow telling me which way to go. Quite steep, that. You can see the path that we've just taken there. Some nice little houses there. A nice little path here. Hopefully an open pub in the old little village called Ringmore. Let's go and check it out. The ocean. Beautiful. I'm guessing Ringmore. I'm hoping Ringmore. Anyway, yeah man, beautiful. Beautiful one little sailing boat and it's Todd out there. Well, my friends, that is Amer Bay, or Amer Bay, where we were before. So I can see some people on the top of that cliff edge. That's where we were walking before. And we came down the side of it there. I can see the path now. And then we came back like this. It's a small world. Yes, folks. Anyway, I see a cathedral or some sort of church structure. Ringmore, I'm pretty sure. Let's go and find the travellers. No, the journey's end. Why do I keep on wanting to say the travellers rest? The journey's end. Let's go and see if it's open. See if we can see a little bit of Ringmore as well. Ooh, gotta be a slim one to get in there, peeps. Jeez, only small. Right, left or right? Right. Let's try right. This is where the church's at. This is where Central must be at. Downtown. There's the old church. Beautiful mint coloured house there. Very unusual colours. Perhaps a tradition back in the day. Who knows? I don't. But I believe we're going to take a right here. I think I can see the sign for the pub. Well, it could be a sign for something else, but it looks like a pub sign. Let's have a look. The Journey's End. A 13th century public house. Anyway, there we go. The Journey's End Inn. Here we go. Alongside this beautiful, beautiful house. Oh my days, folks. How the other half live. Look at this. No staff needed. Potential job. Please ring call Paul. Alright. Noted. Anyway, let's go in. Ooh, that's what we like to see.
Sorry, I thought it was you. What was it?
Kind of got it to ourselves, peeps. This is why I love coming on these random little walks, folks. You come across these lovely little pubs. Ian, thank you very much for the recommendation on this little spot. Perfecto. So I'm going to sit here, folks, with my shandy. I'm going to sit down here. Enjoy these views. Look at this, man. If you like your historical shiz, definitely worth coming here. The Journey's End Inn. You beauty. Can you hear that, folks? Someone's banging out some speed garage. I haven't heard that kind of music since the 90s. Someone up there is playing some speed garage, folks. Ooh, bass line. So I just went to the bar and the woman was like, there's free food over there on the table if you want some. I was like, what do you mean? She says, well, all the food that we cook here for a Sunday roast, whatever's left we just put on the table in the corner there and help yourself basically. So man, there's some beautiful roasties, some pork scratchings and some Yorkshire pudding left. And they stopped doing lunch, you know, they'd stopped doing food I didn't mention before. But so that makes up for it, folks. And I was like, you could charge for that. And she says, well, the owner just likes to give it away for free because it, you know, he likes to look after his customers. Beautiful. So, you know, the Journey's End Inn, thank you very much for the free food basically. There's no one here either and there's a massive pile of this stuff there. Came at a good time, folks, came at a good time. Anyway, as they say in Mexico, provecho. Hello.
Oh, I see, right.
Is it okay to...
Yeah, it's
It's just very enthusiastic.
Thank you. Well, there we go. What a perfect way to be greeted out of a pub by a dog. A lovely, happy dog. They said he's too enthusiastic. I disagree. they need to be more enthusiastic. Anyway folks, that was amazing. What an amazing place. So supposedly it's a 50-minute walk. Here we go, a little glimpse of beautiful, man. What a beautiful evening. You just see the ocean in the middle there. When I say I walk along the road, it's not the average road really, is it? You know? Lots of farmland here. Oh, hello. Oh, look at all these sheep. Oh my days. Can you guys pick all of them webs up in the camera there? Let me just zoom in on that one sec. Okay, so you see all of that white stuff in the grass? That is all cobwebs, folks, seriously. That is across the whole field. You see how further it goes back and it looks white, like mist? That's cobwebs. That is spider webs, man. Seriously. That is crazy. Oh my days, I've never seen anything like it. Oh man, you didn't make it, bro. You didn't make it. Damn. Peace. Bigbury, where we were before. Kingston, where we need to go. Into the beautiful sunset, folks. Into the beautiful sunset. Well, my camera is telling me that the battery is low and we're nearly back, to be honest with you. I don't think there's going to be much to see from here on in, so we may as well say our farewell right now, folks. I hope you enjoyed that off the cuff little hike, all unplanned, all an adventure, all new to me and all new to you maybe. Have you been there before? Let me know. Let me know your experiences. Anyway folks, until the next one, take care of yourselves, have a little bit of fun, peace.